Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be checking out Yorokonde by Gigi Murin. So we are continuing our Hololive adventure, and Gigi's an interesting character because I'm not completely unfamiliar with her. I've actually been exposed to her via Let's Plays and TikToks, and it's all in the form of Let's Plays. So it's usually her and Mori Calliope playing games, or maybe she's playing some Minecraft with some other members too. And so I'm only familiar with her via her personality, and I don't know what she sounds like when she's singing. I can't even imagine what her singing voice is because of just her regular speaking voice. I cannot triangulate how she turns that into a singing voice. So I'm really excited to check this out. Yeah, I'm not even really sure what sort of genre of music this will be. I'm gonna guess something poppy is what I'm gonna guess. Because I can't imagine her going into anything else, darker or heavier, things like that. And I wasn't too sure which song to go into. There were a lot of covers, and I was gonna do the first song she was a part of, but there's also other people a part of it, and I was kind of wanting to just get a better taste of what she has to offer in particular. So we're gonna go ahead and check this out. But before we do, guys, feel free to check out my memberships. They're only $1, and you get early access to videos like these, and also some of my anime reactions too.
はい、喜んであなた方のため
Whoa!
謹んであなた方のため Hey 差し伸べつけたってさらから接近したってややる生き延びてわからずやみた
I could see where her voice fits in there. I was not expecting this though. This is probably the most serious I've ever heard her, which is not very serious. I'm not familiar with the original of this song either. But from what I'm hearing, what she's doing absolutely works. I can't get over her singing voice. It's so different. Whoa. I should have expected her to be very talented too. She just does not do any of this on her Let's Plays. Wow. Okay, I was definitely not ready for any of that. No, but that was really good. I get that it's a cover, but it's still a super catchy song, and I think she did a really excellent job. There's a lot of things going on with her vocal tone, her level of control. There's a lot of there's a few different things going on there in terms of where she was putting her voice at. There was like a little bit of that cutesy voice going on that she had, and then there was like some more kind of serious vocal tone whenever she was singing out some of her phrases, and then there's also kind of like a kind of like a poppiness too, where it wasn't quite like hip hop, but she was very much playing around with the rhythm and using her voice percussively along with that. So there's definitely some technique going on in there that's pretty impressive. And the whole time I'm thinking about her speaking voice in like this whole different way, which also in itself could be, you know, kind of a character on its own too. You know, I wouldn't know. I'm sure she has like just a regular speaking voice that maybe we haven't heard, and there could have been a slight glimpse in it in terms of like what this song had to offer. There was, like I said, like this is probably the most serious I've ever heard her, which isn't really that serious, but there were some phrases in there that she was speaking that kind of sounded like normal, and I was like, wow, that totally different. And plus the fact that like all the Let's Plays that I've heard her speak on, she's speaking very good English, so it's strange for me to hear her speak Japanese, even though I believe she is Japanese, if I'm not mistaken, but I might be wrong on that. But I'm assuming she is Japanese because her Japanese is quite good here, and yeah, just like she seems very fluent in English as well, from the way that she speaks, and I wouldn't have guessed, to be honest. But this was super fun. I think this very much reflects her personality a bit too. I mean, I'm also surprised to see so many covers in the list versus stuff that maybe are more original things. And the stuff that is original, or appears to be original, looks like it's more of like collabs along with some of the other Hololive members. And I would love to see some original stuff from Gigi, like on her own. Like that's what I'm really looking forward to. But there's definitely plenty of other videos here for me to check out. This was awesome. I'm really glad I finally got to check it out. I've been meaning to do this for a while, actually, because I was so curious as to what her singing voice was like, or what her music was like in general. And just, again, from her Let's Plays, there was no way for me to figure that out, because she is just so different on there and so goofy, and she's really funny. So if you guys haven't checked her out on the Let's Plays, which I'm sure you have at this point, check those out. They're actually quite funny. But anyway, guys, let me know what else you want me to check out, whether it's from Gigi or from some other Hololive members. Feel free to let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the reaction, and I'll see you next time.